Hey Scorpio, thanks for visiting. And as I always ask you nicely, hopefully, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you'd like to. I won't say anything else. I'm going to get straight on to your reading for Scorpio. The first card you have for your past. I nearly said the first card you have for your fast. Maybe I should go on a diet or something. The first card you have for your past is the Ace of Swords. I'm seeing you having to, I'm seeing a lot of concentration, and I'm seeing this is around work. You were having to really concentrate on something at work or in your business or something like that. I think you had some kind of aspect of your job or business or one little element, one part of your job that used to get up and used to say, I really hate this part of my job. I hate it. I struggle with it. I don't like it. I have to kind of white knuckle through this whole thing, and I dread it. I probably eat a whole block of chocolate while I'm doing it, and I get to the end of it and I say, oh phew, I finished that until next time. I really, really hate it. And this is how this bit of this job, your job, has been for you for a long time. But then I think what happened is you had some way to fix this where you were kind of able to deal with this a lot easier. And I think, now that you after you kind of had this idea that kind of helped you to kind of fix this and made it a lot easier for you so you could just kind of sail through this whole thing, it just really helped your confidence. You really felt a lot more capable, a lot more confident. And, it really reflected everything else in your job as well. I think after that, it was like, oh, I've kind of nailed this. I've done this. I've kind of solved this problem. And now, when I go to do this thing, this bit of my job I used to hate, I can do it quite easily. It's no problem. It just feels very light to me, very easy for me. So yeah, I'm really glad you did that. And you did that yourself. You sorted this out yourself. You worked whatever this was out yourself, whether this was some kind of system or formula or something. You worked it out and you were able to kind of give yourself that confidence back, which is really nice. And there's another thing I'm seeing in this card, and I hope this is going to make sense. This is a very specific situation, so it might only resonate with a few people. I'm actually seeing someone who might be keeping another person maybe vulnerable in some way or something like that. I'll try and explain what I'm seeing. I'm actually just seeing a couple, and I'm seeing, this isn't you, but it might be someone who you know. Someone who might be trying to put someone else down in some way, or maybe keep them in a position where they're not able to speak up or something like that. I think this could be maybe someone in your family, or maybe someone known to your family. It might be a family friend or something. So if this is resonating with you, there's a person who feels a bit trapped, but they might not feel as if they're able to find their voice or speak out. So please contact this person if this is resonating. Try to see them, try to talk to them, but try to speak to them or talk to them or text them or whatever when they're by themselves, if this is possible. Try to do this without this other person around them. I'm not seeing they're in any physical danger, so I don't want you to worry about that. But I just keep on getting this kind of feeling that someone's not being heard, and they want to be heard. And I think they would love someone to come and reach out to them. But this is going to be, I think if you do reach out to them, definitely do that. Be very careful around it. But I'm also seeing this as a very complex situation as well. So it might not be very straightforward. You might not call them and then you say, oh, you're in a terrible situation, come to my place, and they do it and everything's fine. It's not going to be like that. There's going to be a few complicated things in this. That's what I'm seeing. So the next, sorry about that booming noise. I've got some next door neighbor who's booming something. Sorry about that. The next card you have for your past is the Three of Pentacles. So I think, yeah, things were definitely improving at your work for you. I keep on seeing that. I think things were working a lot more efficiently for you. And this is because of your own, because of your mind, because of your mind power, because of you. And so that was working a lot better for you. I'm also seeing someone who loved you, cared for you. I think they still do. But I think at this time they might have been apart from you. Not because they wanted to be apart from you. I'm seeing someone who is apart from you for practical reasons. Yeah, and this is obviously a love connection. I think they had a lot on their mind. This person, they had a lot on their mind, a huge amount on their mind. They had a lot going on at work. They had a lot going on or around work. They also had a lot of other responsibilities and a lot of stress around them as well. They might be in some sort of a position of responsibility. I'm just seeing a lot of people demanding things of them and all of that kind of thing. Very, very stressful. And again, they do love you. This is, if this is resonating with you, and you know you're in this situation, I think you were also very patient and very understanding around this as well. But I think this person's probably always going to be in a situation where they'll need to be either physically away from you and other loved ones as well, not just you, or kind of preoccupied in some way. And this is all around work and work stress. This doesn't mean that they don't care about you. They do care about you. That's the message I'm getting. They really do care about you. I keep on seeing that, so I have to tell you that. The last card you have, your past, is the Ten of Wands. So yes, this is what life was like for them, and it probably still is. Their life was extremely busy. It was very stressful. So if you're still going through this with this person, all you can do is really just try to be there for them. Try to be there for them emotionally when you can. Try not to put pressure on them. They need at least one place or one person that they can turn to that won't bring them kind of more stress or more problems. Try to be the person who takes stress away from them instead of bringing stress to them. They need an oasis to go to. If you take the stress away from them and just be a listening ear and just help them and be there for them, be kind to them, they'll be more likely to be happy being around you than if you say, where have you been? Why have you been so long? Why do you work so hard? Well, that just puts more pressure on them. They can't help it. They don't mean to be like that. And I'm not saying that this is what you're going to do. I'm just seeing that this is a message for you that you might, I think you want to do that, and I think you do love and care for this person. But inevitably there are going to be times when, you feel tired, it's late at night, they come home and it's late, and kind of they bang things around and you're in bed and you're like, oh, there are going to be times like that. You're going to be stressed at times as well. So also, yes, you're going to be stressed as well. And I'm seeing that, actually seeing that you might have some people around you who question you and who ask you why this person isn't around you all the time. But you know the reason, and if you're comfortable in the knowledge that this person cares about you, which I'm seeing that they do, don't let other people make you want to question yourself or your relationship. Every relationship's different, every person's different. There's no right and wrong way to have a relationship unless you're hurting someone. The only way that a relationship is wrong if someone's hurting someone. That's wrong. Otherwise, if you're happy, they're happy, everything's fine. And yes, this is frustration. This is frustrating, obviously. You'd love to have them with you all the time, but you know that they can't be, and it's because of their work. That's what I'm seeing, if this is all resonating with you. So no one's doing anything wrong here. So don't let anyone stress you by asking you lots of questions, saying, oh, why aren't they around you? Oh, why aren't they doing this? Oh, I wouldn't like that. They should be seeing you every day, blah, blah, blah. Just ignore them. The first card you have for your present is the Three of Cups. So, yes, I think this might be a message to you telling you that, even though this person isn't around you, and this is because of work or whatever, you can still focus on other people, other friends, other family, whoever you like to be around. You can just focus on those people and go out with them, do things, enjoy time with them. Not that I'm seeing you sitting around waiting. I think, you can understand what's happening, and you're not upset about it. But just say yes to more things. Say yes to more invitations that sound fun to you. Obviously, you don't have to say yes to everything. I'm not seeing you moping around by yourself, upset or whatever, but I am seeing you maybe saying no to quite a lot of things, and maybe not speaking to as many people as you kind of were once, maybe. Try not to be out of the loop of things, that's all I'm saying. I mean, there are some really good people and who might feel like that you're avoiding them at this time. So just be mindful of this. If this is resonating with you, just keep in the loop. Say yes to some things, go out to some things. If you miss some things, just catch up with people, just call them, text them, whatever. Keep up on social media, just make little comments. Just be around and keep in with things. Don't kind of push yourself out of a loop, because you might be doing that to yourself. The next card you have for your present is the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, I'm actually seeing a strong future between you and this love connection. This is definitely something that has the potential to build up into something very, very strong. So again, whatever you do, don't listen to anyone who questions how often you see your partner, or whatever they do. They might be saying, oh, I couldn't bear to be away from my husband or my wife or my girlfriend or my boyfriend for all that time. Oh, it'd be terrible. Oh, I don't know how you trust them. Maybe you can't trust them. They're not with you. They might be putting all sorts of silly ideas in your head. Don't let them do that. I mean, anyone who's ever been involved with someone who's in the military, for example, or in a position in medicine, or even any type of shift work, or anyone who has to be away for work for any reason, someone who goes away, travels away, flies somewhere else for their work or whatever, they're consulting or whatever they do. It doesn't reflect on how they or their partner feels about each other. It does not. And sometimes when people are away and they come back together, it can make them feel even closer when they come back together. So, if you know that you're happy and you know that you're strong and everything's fine, that's all you need to worry about. Worry about yourself, and they should worry about themselves as well, really. They should mind their own business. I don't like people like this. So the next card you have for your present is the Four of Cups. So yes, I'm seeing some kind of message or warning in this card. I think this might be about this person in the Ace of Swords, this kind of person who might be in some kind of controlling situation or problem in their relationship or something like that. Just be very careful in the way you approach this person. I'm seeing someone who's a bit, they might be a bit isolated, but I think they're also a bit afraid. They're afraid to change things. And any changes, I think, that are going to happen with this person, they're going to have to be made very carefully, very slowly, almost as if you're approaching a bird and you kind of have to move toward it very, very slowly. If you run up to a bird, it'll just fly away. So you need to be very careful, very sensitive to try and get this person to kind of trust you and come toward you, take your advice, help you, all of that kind of thing. And I think this person is a little bit afraid of the person who's around them as well. Actually, they might be very afraid of them. So again, if this resonates, just keep the lines of communication opened and slowly and gradually start talking to them. Do a lot of listening without judging. Definitely, this person, if you start judging this person, they're going to definitely run away. You'll probably be able to help them to understand that they need to move away or move on, but this is going to take time, and trust needs to be built up before you can do that. It can be frustrating when someone you care about is in a really bad position and they're not doing anything to help themselves, and they're not listening to your advice, and they're not doing things, but it takes time to get through. I think if they've been around someone who's been controlling them, telling them horrible things, they might have had years and years, all day, every day, of someone telling them one thing. It's going to take them time for them to kind of break away from that and move into a new situation. So be very careful, be very patient with this person. The first card you have for your future is the Two of Wands. So yeah, here's this person again, and in the Ace of Swords. So they're all over this reading. So obviously this is someone who, I know this is a specific situation. It probably won't resonate with everyone, but I'm getting this over and over again. And that means to me, that tells me that I need to get this out to someone who needs to hear it. So yeah, I think they know that to move forward. I mean, if you look at the man in this card, he's looking to move forward. He has the world in his hands. He's looking out to the world and he's thinking, I want to go out. I want to get out. I want to move out of this situation I'm in. But he knows that he has to do that. So this person knows that they have to do this. It's one thing to know this logically, but it's another thing to know this emotionally. So they might still be emotionally attached to this person, even though they're not good for them. This can happen quite often with people. You know, I think this man in this card, he's looking out to what he wants to do in his future, but he knows that to do that, he's going to have to leave one of these ones behind. Now, the one that's behind him, he wants to leave behind, excuse me, sorry about that. It's not going to be easy for him to leave this wand behind because it's kind of stuck there. It's kind of bolted into the wall. So it's not going to be easy for this person to leave the person that's around them, their partner, whoever this is, behind. They're going to make it difficult for this person psychologically. So again, it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of patience. And I don't want to frustrate you even more, but it might even take years and years for this to eventually, for them to eventually leave. But don't let this stop you from helping them. Leave, communicate with them. Keep the lines of communication open. Once again, I'm seeing the same thing again. Be there for them. Let them make the decisions in their own time. You might feel like you want to make all the decisions for them. You can't do that. But don't close off from, even if they're horrible to you, even if they start blaming you, yelling at you, all of these things, just don't close off to them, because you might be the only line of communication they have left. They might have gone backwards and forwards with this person and been difficult with other people who have opened up to them. And you might be one of the few people, or even the only person, I'm trying to say, left for them to communicate with. So never give up on them. Do not give up on this person. The next card you have for your future is the Six of Cups. So yeah, I love this card. This is telling me that you are going to get to spend time with your partner very, very soon. And yeah, this is going to feel like a reunion. I told you that. I said that in the Ten of Pentacles, that when you're away from someone for a long time, your partner, and you don't see them and they're working and whatever, and you come back together, it feels like an amazing reunion. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm getting a really nice feeling around this. And this is also reflecting of what I was seeing again in the Ten of Pentacles. I was seeing growth. So you're both going to really grow together. That's what I'm seeing. I'm just looking at these beautiful flowers growing out of these cups. They're growing out of water. They're growing out of emotion. So you have a lot of love for each other. You have a lot of emotion for each other. And that is what is at the foundation of this growth for you. This love's also like a friendship, because this Six of Cups can also be about innocent reunions, children, all of that kind of thing. So I am seeing a friendship as well, a kindness, a care that you have for each other. And it's actually quite rare and beautiful to see lovers who are friends at the same time. You don't see that very often. So when you get that, it's very, very, very special. So if this is all resonating with you, I really, really hope it is. And if it is, I'm really, really happy for you. The last card you have for your future is Justice. So this person in the Ace of Swords, this person who I'm seeing you trying to help, they are definitely going to move on from this person who's around them eventually. I'm definitely seeing that. You're probably going to be observing this situation for a long time. You might be wondering if this is ever going to change, if this person's ever going to move away from this person. But things are going to be moving around and shifting into place, and this is all going to enable this person to move forward and move away. But you might not see this happening. This is all going to be kind of happening in the background, because if you look at this card, there's a curtain behind the woman, and we can't see what's going on behind this curtain, but some sort of justice is playing out behind the card, but we can't see it yet. So again, just be there for them. Also know that justice and fairness is definitely going to come to them. That's what I'm seeing. They're going to have justice, and they're going to come out of this. They're going to, they're going to have a lot of strength to come out of this. Obviously, you're going to help them, but they're going to need the strength to do this. But when they come out of this, also remember that they're still going to be quite weak, quite vulnerable, quite emotional. Things are going to be difficult for them. So still keep up with that sensitivity toward them, that non-judgmental kind of attitude toward them. Still be kind, still listen, do all of the same thing until they kind of build up their confidence, because they're going to have to build themselves up again. That's what I'm seeing. So Scorpio, I hope this resonated. As you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone, but again, if you like this reading, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment if you'd like to. I know that there was a lot of very specific situations in this reading, and but I really just had to get that out to someone. So yes, thank you so much for watching.